everybody, and welcome back to my model railway channel. And today I'm going to be talking about this kit. I've brought 4 of them actually from JohnDayModels. Got it on the bottom there. I got these off eBay, but there is a website, as you can see, and we're going to be going through it, a bit of advice, because it's a very difficult, very fiddly, very small parts. So we'll go through it now. Here we have an exploded view of the assembly, and you can see the little wheel at the back, which is normally connected to this by a chain, passes through underneath the wheel and goes to the point. If you want, you can get that working. The most important thing is to build the model itself, and you can see here the main spindle which connects to the spectacle plate, and the pin which acts as a lift rod or push rod, whatever you want to call it. I've started making a piece of wire with a hoop through it which goes onto that before you push the pin in and glue it in place. Don't glue this in place first because you won't get the loop over that. And the head of the pin obviously acts as a stop to stop that coming off, and that fixed to this bit here. You can just see the hole just there. Put a little loop at the end of that bit and hook it through. I'd probably fit the lamp last of all because I found that to be distracting. If you want, you can leave this bit unpainted and paint the model. Also here is the main spindle which is connected to this bit, and this will actually lift up. That's working at the moment. You just need to snip it off at either end and put a drop of glue on the outside. Don't touch this bit with glue, otherwise you'll jam the mechanism up. This bit fits into that hole there, and that's it really. That's an exploded view of the model. So I hope that helps with the instructions as well, which I've annotated. You get one of these instruction kits in every single one of the kits that you buy. So there we go. There you go. That is a lovely model. I recommend that to anyone. There you go. That's better. Now we can see what we're doing. Oops, a bit stiff that. So here we have all the parts for the kit, and you're going to have to drill some of these out. Now I would use a 0.7mm drill bit for this one, because that is the main weight spindle, and that's got to be very loose. The wire supplied with the kit is this one here, if I can separate it from that little one. Fiddle, 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 and it goes in there like that. That's a nice thick one. So that's 0.6mm, and you want a 0.7mm hole, then it's nice and loose. Same as this one here, although I think that's already drilled. Yes, it is. It's nice and loose. So there you go. And also you're going to have to drill this one out as well, as you can see. If I can get it focused. There we go. That's countersunk. So you can drill a 0.7mm hole through there and put that thick wire through. If I can find it. There we are. Parts are so small, keep losing them, and that will go through there. That wants to go on the back of this one. This is the disc. There's the front of it. Now here, wait a minute, let me show you that one. That goes into there, so you'll have to countersink that first, but don't go all the way through, because you've got the detail on this side. Okay, now this one is a much smaller one, but I would do that as 0.6 mil, because this little pin, or you can make it 0.5 if you want, and the pin will be a tight fit. The pin actually has a head on it, see, like that, and that's to stop the weight coming off. And in here, I think somewhere I had somewhere. Anyway, the instructions are included in the kit, and this is what I was on about. You have to make a piece of wire that shape, 6.5 millimeters, and that is held in place on the back of the disc by the pin, and this one goes through the weight. Pretty good instructions, but like I say, have a dry run, you know, and make sure it's going to be nice and loose, because you want it working. So here's the weight again, and the holes are drilled in already. I'd probably make this one a bit bigger because I use my own piece of wire, which is this stuff here, and it won't go through there very well. It's going to be really stiff, so you're going to need to make it a little bit bigger, so when you bend it up it's nice and free and loose. When you bend the wire as well, don't just make a U shape, try and make a square shape so that it lifts it up and it doesn't try to snag anywhere. I haven't been able to make my signal work, which you'll see at the end of the video. Once again, there's the instructions. So once you've built it, paint it very, very carefully, and don't do like I did, and paint it with enamel, because enamel is thick and gloopy, and you need to be using acrylic paints for this job, because it dries very quickly and it doesn't run all over the place. And let me just tidy up here a minute. This is the first one I built. I've got to strip this again because when it's operated it stays like that. I mean, it works okay, it's just that when I painted it with the enamel, you can probably see the main spindle has got paint on it, see, and that's not really what you want. What you want is this. So as you can see, that spindle isn't painted, and neither is the, oh, it's not focusing right, neither is the weight, the brass rod you can see just to the right behind the disc. Don't paint that either, because that pivot point is very, very important. Right, let's go and have a look at it working. It's a lovely model if you can get it to work right, but like I say, be really, really careful how you build it. Have a dry run, make sure it's working, make sure that the weight returns the disc to the stop position all by itself, and you'll be halfway there.